Hello and everyone, welcome to another Garry's video, and in this video we'll be once again exploring the map GM_Prosperity, aka City-10. So, as I said previously, this map is based on City-10 from Entropy 01. Now this appears to be some sort of precinct or part of the city that you don't really explore, as obviously Batcop never really went there. This seems to be like more like a rural area, you know. Anyways, I wanted to provide a commentary on this as well. I explored this map before, like, I don't know, 2 months ago, I suppose. But I never really commented on this, so City-10 is located in St. Petersburg. It is the setting for the events of Entropy 01. It is where, well, City-10 is abandoned. It used to be a major Combine settlement. However, a type of Xenian alien bacteria known as the sea flu or Combine flu started spreading around the city because some portal storms occurred in the vicinity of this town or this city, and this brought this dangerous, pathogen into the city, and it's called Combine flu or sea flu because it had especially devastating effects, as I said, on the Overwatch transhuman arm of the Combine Overwatch that was stationed in this city. It did kill humans as well, but for some reason the transhumans, the soldiers, were especially vulnerable to this, and it basically liquidated most of the Combine's transhuman forces here, which led to the Combine to abandon this city, and eventually it was overtaken by rebels. Entropy 01 and this map as well is taking place in winter, as you can see, which made the the city a bit safer to roam around, because obviously, the cold weather slowed down the infection, the spread of the infection, but it didn't really make it entirely safe. And this map really reflects, what was happening to City-10 after the Combine abandoned it. It remains abandoned, desolate. Once a major Combine settlement that was basically completely, that had to be completely abandoned and evacuated because of bacteria. I really like this map because it is very detailed as well. Yes, you can see citizen clothing, shirts, Yeah, these are the blue, if I'm not mistaken, the blue denim uniforms that citizens are issued. Yeah, these ones. They come in these packs, it seems like. Shirt, pants, socks, mic and underpants, whatever mic is. Probably like the jacket, I don't know. Male size L. This map really does a good job at expanding on the Combine lore a bit. Seems like this was like some sort of civil protection base. And yes, you can see that this is indeed set in Russia. created because of the virus. Paper ink server. Is some sort of combine printer or something? I don't know. Yeah, well, that didn't last much. 10. This provides a clear confirmation we're in City-10. And also we can see Pillar 10 in the distance. Let me get a good binoculars. Yes. Pillar 10. Which is basically like this city's like small version of a citadel, you know. Because obviously there is a more than just one citadel. Obviously the citadel of City-17 is the most important one and the main one, you know. It is literally Combine's headquarters on Earth, but some cities had these smaller versions of citadel. Oh damn, I broke the window. Can I stop the window? Oh yeah, I can. That's cool. Hell yeah. I love vandalism. Oh. Yeah, so basically, I suppose in the Combine lore, pillars are basically like small citadels. You know, because not every city obviously had a citadel. So some cities had the smaller versions and some cities had none. It appears. Anyways. It is a bit smaller map, but it compensates for it by having basically like almost every single building, well not almost every single, but having a lot of the buildings accessible and also having a lot of these, you know, like detailed posters. Force evacuation. See? Here it says it. Attention, force evacuation. Bring the documents and have not more than 2 suitcases. Address, Garry Street, 24. Date, doesn't say. Time at 2 p.m. And destination city 144. Evacuation in call. See, here it says it. In cause infection of town by alien forms. for victims of the 7-hour war, medical and social assistance will be provided on arrival. So, yeah. Here it directly confirms what has already been confirmed. Sea flu completely made the city inhabitable, especially for the combined forces, because, as I said, it was especially dangerous to the Overwatch transhuman arm. I mean, even in Entropy 01 you can see a bunch of, dead Combine soldiers, because meanwhile the Combine completely pulled away from the city. A lot of rebels still stayed there because, it was winter, which made the infection much weaker and slower to spread. There was no more Combine oversight in the city, no more Combine control, and it basically became the perfect shelter for rebels. And they were dumping all of the dead Combine soldiers into pits, because those bodies were obviously infected with the sea flu. So to prevent, a bunch of infected corpses from laying around, they would dump the dead Combine into, the dead Combine Overwatch into, big pits. There's some interior in there, though. We can go here as well. At this time that this map is taking place, it doesn't really seem it's that long after the Combine evacuation, because most of the infrastructure still seems functional. I mean, it does look like this city has been sitting dormant for a while, but doesn't really seem it's that long. I mean, the Combine terminals are still working, Don't break the quarantine line. If you help anyone from the compound, they won't evacuate. Those are human beings over there, they're being shot for nothing. Gee, there's nothing wrong with those people. They're being shot to save you. They're infected. If you let them in, I'll kill you myself. Yeah, so you can probably tell that was happening. Turn off if leaking in tunnel. It's a really detailed map. I love this map, by the way. Minimization of hazards from headcrabs. Organic, medical or food waste is to be disposed of in special containers in order to avoid unintentional feeding the parasites. People, habitats and places where headcrabs may nest are to be insecticide treated Class D by civil, company or personal forces. A person infected by headcrab loses their personality, conscience and humanity for good and becomes a part of the person. Despite any moral principles, the infected are to be immediately exterminated. During the infection process of the hibernation of the infected, the parasite is to be destroyed right away with any tools while he is most vulnerable. Nobody's going to save us. That's true. Nobody's going to save you because I would say there is no saving City-10 at this point. said, this is more outside of the city, because if you played Entropy 01, which I did, and I have obviously finished it, you know that City-10 looks kinda like City-17. Meanwhile, this has like that half city, half village vibe to it, so I would say this is like a rural area, or maybe like on the very edge of the city, but it does show that no single part of City-10 was really safe. Seems like most of the stuff, you know, is still working in here. I mean, the lights are on and everything. It's absolutely insane how much detail they put into this map, though. Seventh year of union with benefactors. I mean, imagine having these combined calendars in real life, bro. That would be insane. Only your color and you will always know your day of rest. So it appears that there were like no standard weekends, but that you would have like a day off based on your color in the calendar. Does it appear like that? Ration dispenser, like we've seen in City-17, and this seems to be like some sort of shop. I'm gonna rob these windows. Another interior. I don't really think we even explored all of this. Well, no, it was the last time I played this map, and there is another shop, it seems like. Also abandoned, of course. I bet your cake look at that. Portal reference. A lot of shops, a lot of like commercial areas, it seems like, I don't know. Does appear that there's still some human presence in here, because these oil lamps are still lit, so it does indeed appear that the rebels still do loiter around here. Can we go here? No. Biohazard infectious substance. We're already here, yeah. Our soul's here. Bunch of computers. Well. Huh. This whole place is going to hell. They saw. Well, someone robbed the safe, it seems like. Yeah. Someone cut open the safe. Chairs. Yeah, this whole place is going to absolute hell. This whole city is going to hell. now it's not. Now it's broken. Missing textures, I think. It does seem like these are some sort of offices, also what's this? A camera. So does the cameras work here still? Does seem like... God is dead exactly. And to be honest, God never existed in the first place, you know? I don't really know why people think it did. Know what the hell that machine is. Another functional computer. The clock stopped already. Network, neighborhood, connect to the internet. My computer, my briefcase, my documents, online services. Recycle bin. Set up the Microsoft something, and... yeah, okay. Is this a bank? I think that says bank right here. I don't know. Oh, damn. Holy shit, look at that. Well, wouldn't wanna be these guys. So look at that, they're wearing combine armor. Yeah, it does seem like these are like rebels that looted the Overwatch soldiers and put on their armor. Well, I don't know how they managed that, but they somehow managed that, and then they died here for some reason. Look at this guy. It seems like they've been here for some time though. That's insane though. I'm closing that. Can you open this? You can. So, money storage basically, but it's mostly empty. Republic. There's some money still here. But not much of it. No, obviously I heavily disagree with these posters, so yeah. Also revolver. Destroy lots of markings. Oh man, okay. Oh, that's something. Don't know what that says, but okay. I mean, I could probably try to decipher it, because I know it's like little Cyrillic, yeah. But that's why I'm not really gonna bother to follow the tracks. So yes, it does seem like this was a bank. Well, we got some looters up there, and seems like you don't really need to shoot them anymore since the virus probably did the job itself. Yeah, forced evacuation. Is there anything else we could explore? Oh yeah. Repent the end is extremely nigh. There's no call for language like that. I hate to agree too much. No, I have to agree too much. End of the world or not, there are standards. 36. Yeah, this map just looks like so realistic because I mean there's even like this like a realistic looking graffiti and everything, you know? Like so much detail, bro. This map is insanely good. There is no call for language like that. I have to agree too much. Rage hack. This basement sort of thing. What's here? Some sort of workshop, it seems like. More interiors. Oh yeah, this seems like a car repair shop. I don't know. I got my job here as well. Okay, well satisfied. Bro, even today they even got these details, right? Like these screws and everything. Yeah, I highly recommend you play this map. Bunch of more trash on the ground and not much here other than that. Just some living spaces. More citizen clothes, female size M. There's our female ones. Infection warning. protecting yourself from the unaffected population or pets. Man. This map is absolutely awesome and I highly recommend you play it if you like. The Entropy Zero series like me, I think this is a pretty cool expansion. And this is actually a pretty cool poster. Without, rebels vandalizing it. It does represent, the freedom that the Combine provides us, or, the freedom from, or the release, from our evolutionary dead end, which is represented by the dove. And the weight, is what keeps bringing it down with the rebels, So, yeah. Not much over here. Really, really cool map.